guys, how you doing? I hope your day's going well. Are you ready to jump? I'm hoping so, because you clicked on this one and we've got a jump session planned for today on the reformer. So we're going to just have fun with it. It'll be a good amount of cardio, which is a fun change up in our Pilates routines, right? We don't get a ton of that. So we'll clearly be working a lot of our legs, everything waist down. And then as always, globally, we'll bring in our core and our arms, okay? So that's what we have planned. The one prop that you need today is you do need to have a small overball. Make sure that it is on the smaller side as opposed to medium or large. It will just offer you more challenge if it's smaller, and it'll just be more appropriate for what we're going to be using it for, okay? So let's start standing. I like to do that before we lay down and then sort of go from a still to a lot of motion. Bring your heels together, toes apart. Let's just bring your hands on your hips here. Take a nice big inhale, wrap the backs of your legs together, squeeze your heels together, and lift up onto your toes. Make sure your heels are still together here, and lower down. And inhale, lift and wrap, and exhale down. So just sort of warming up the feet and the ankles. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Good. And just kind of bring your awareness into your body right now. Where are you at? As you're breathing, bring your breath into your rib cage. You can always bring your hands onto your rib cage if you want to cue yourself that way. Right? So bringing our breath out of our belly, up into our lungs, and lift, and lower. Two more. Lift, really wrapping the backs of those legs together. Lift, let's hold it up here. Reach your arms out, just fingertips in front of you. You're going to plie down and lift up. So heels stay lifted right now. As you plie or bend down, you're pretending to slide your back down a straight wall, right? So if you're a guy, this is a little, you can just have your hands by your sides or keep your hands on your hips. You don't want to feel like a ballerina. Okay? So really think of when you bend down, you're directing your tailbone straight down towards the floor. So don't send your butt back, yeah? Keep it sliding down right underneath your shoulders and zip up, down and up, down and up. Focus in on where your press is on your feet. So really make sure it's evenly distributed across all 10 toes. So you're not rolling to the outside of the foot. Heels stay together. Two more. One more. Lift it up. Stay up onto the balls of your feet. Just bring your heels in line with your feet. So you're in a parallel position. Your heels are still lifted up in space. We're going to bend down, lift it up. So we're kind of imitating what we're going to be doing on the jump board and just warming up those ankles and feet, thinking about our alignment, right? Go down and up. Same thing here. Your butt is tracking underneath your shoulders. So whoop, don't stick it out. Try and find a point in the room that you can focus on that's not moving. I'm kind of not doing that as I'm looking at you guys, so I need to focus. My balance is a little bit off, but this is great for balance, yeah? All right, lift it up. Right heel down, left heel stays lifted. You're gonna bend, lift, and change. Bend, lift, change the heel that's lifted. Good. That's it. This one you might go back a little bit more. That's okay. Just let it be natural. You're really just trying to focus on the feet and the ankles more than anything here. Yeah? If we were leaned against the fit ball on a wall, we could really have sit way back. Yeah? And then keep the shoulders over the hips because we'd have something to support us. Okay? Let's go for two more. And one more. Bring it down and up. Now you're going to just lift the alternating heels lifting as the legs, you stay standing, right? So we're not squatting down anymore, just alternating your heel lifts here. Keep your hands on your hips. Make sure your hips aren't hiking. So for the heel that's lifting, make sure that hip isn't lifting with it. Yeah, that's it. So just energy up and out through the crown of your head. Chest broad, heart up, breathing. That's it. And last two, last one, and bring your heels down. Good. Shake your feet out, and let's come onto your reformer. So I want you to put one blue spring on and one red spring. Grab your ball. You're going to need it. You can adjust your headrest for what's most comfortable for your spine. Slide yourself down, and you're going to lay onto your back, okay? So before you lay your head down, I want you to get your ball underneath your right foot, and then you can bring the head down, adjust if you need to. Let's bring the left leg into tabletop. Before we start jumping here, we're going to continue to warm up our feet and our ankles, working on the leg alignment. So from here, that ball is smack underneath the middle of your foot. You're going to press out all the way, pull your kneecap up, and come in. Out and in. Make sure you're the one who controls the out, and you're the one who controls the in. Yeah, so don't let the springs be the ones that are pulling you home. Just resist coming home, right? And pressing into that ball, really try and tap into the back of your leg. Pressing out and in. You can always use your hands here, again, as a self cue, bringing the hands onto the tops of your hips. Make sure that you're not hiking a hip here, all right, as you go in and out. Same thing when we were standing, out and in. So hopefully heating up the backs of those legs before we get to jumping. Often when we jump, I find that we overload the quads, so I like to heat up the back of the legs, wake them up, so that when you go into your jumping, you can have an easier time finding that connection and activating all the way around the leg, okay? Let's go halfway out, and we're gonna pulse it out and in, out and in. For 3 and 2, press through the glute. 1, press it all the way out, pull the kneecap up, and bring it all the way in. Adjust so that you turn this right leg out. Just line it up with that outside corner of your jump board. From here, we're gonna press out and in. Same thing, you're just working through an external rotation. So I brought my left leg also into an external rotation in tabletop, right? So my hips can be even, and I stay right on top of my sacrum. Out and in. Really go all the way out. Don't cheat yourself from the full movement. Often I see I see people not go all the way out, right? So kind of go where the knee is still in a bend and then come back in so fast. So really go out, pull the kneecap up, come back in. Let's go for 2 and 1 more. Come halfway in. Pulse it out and in, out and in. For 3 and 2. On this one, go all the way out. Pull your kneecap up and bring the carriage home. Go ahead and use your feet to roll this ball over underneath the left foot. Ready? We're going out and in. Foot is parallel. Press out and in. Again, make sure that that ball is underneath the middle of your foot. So it's really underneath my arch, but my full foot has contact with that ball. Good. Really press down through the heel to find your glutes and the back of the leg as you press out. Resist in the same fashion as you come back in. Breathing. You can play with your breath. You can play with going on an inhale out and an exhale in. An exhale out, an inhale in. We can find different connections in the body with our breath. So it's interesting to change your breath patterns sometimes and not always do the same thing, okay? You're gonna go out, halfway in. Pulse it out and in, out and in. out, and in. For 2. This last one, go all the way out, pull your kneecap up, hold, 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 and bring it in. Rotate this leg so it's externally rotated. And here we go, out and in, out and in, out and in. Again, all full movement, so really extend that leg all the way straight. Pull your kneecap up. Okay, that also helps if you have hyperextended knees. If you think pull up, you're gonna keep yourself from pressing back, which is the typical tendency when we have hyperextended joints. We tend to lock them and press back. You wanna pull up, think of lift. Go for 3 and 2. Last one, come halfway in. Pulse it out and out. Go for 3 and 2. Last one, go all the way out. Pull that kneecap up and come all the way in. Good job, you guys. Okay, take the ball, put it down next to you on the floor so that you can reach it again for later. All right, bring your feet together, legs together, parallel. You're gonna push your reformer all the way out. All right, so here with straight legs, I want you to bring those heels in line with your hips. We're gonna keep the legs straight and you're not gonna bend. You're just gonna press out with your toes, trying to jump off of the board. Good. You might not go very far. Working through the ankles and the feet to warm that up before we start our jumps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way home. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna start jumping parallel. Take an inhale, exhale, jump out and in. Keep the legs squeezing together and try and bring the heels all the way down to the board. So roll through your foot. You're gonna land toes, ball, heel, and you'll launch off heel, ball, toe. Point the toes as you go out. One of the most important things when we jump is the articulation of your ankles and really rolling through your feet, okay? So think about that and keep breathing. Keep jumping. We're gonna bring a change. Toes apart, heels together, go. That's it. Heels never come apart. As you jump out, squeeze and wrap the backs of the legs together. Keep finding your glutes. They should be powerful in launching you off of that board. Out and in. Good. Keep breathing. 3 more. Change coming up. We separate the feet and turn them back parallel. Sit bones apart right now. Keep jumping, so don't stop. Your feet are sit bones apart in parallel. You point the toes as you go out. Try and land in the same spot on your jump board. Good. Get those heels down as far as you can. So I'm not going super fast, but I'm working more on the precision of rolling through my feet, pointing my toes as I launch off, coming all the way in, and really pressing back out from my heels, engaging my glutes. Your change coming up now is your toes to the top corner of the board. External rotation, jump it out and in. Good. Legs stay apart. Keep going, guys. Breathing. Getting the heart rate up. Feeling warm, hopefully. Good. Keep it going. Three more, and the change coming up is that when you jump out, you're going to squeeze the legs together. Ready? Out, squeeze, open to jump. Out, squeeze, open, land. That's it. Really squeeze the legs together, heels together. Good. 5 more. 3 more. I think I have a kitten trying to break into his food bag. I don't know if you can hear that. All right, your change coming up. Let's bring our feet back to parallel, sit bones apart. Keep jumping, don't stop. What I want you to do from here is, I want you to jump in an internal rotation. Toes towards each other, knees towards each other. Good. In and out. This might feel really funny. Careful not to knock your knees together. So keeping the feet about hip distance apart. But this is a great one for working the muscles around the inside of the knee. Keep rolling through those feet. Go for 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, and come all the way in. Good job, you guys. Okay, from here, you're going to grab a hold of your ball that should hopefully have not rolled too far away from you. Bring your feet up to the top of the board, lift your hips up, and put the ball underneath your sacrum. Not underneath the small of your back, underneath your sacrum, okay? Small of the back is lifted. From here, grab your straps, bring them into your hands. We're gonna lift the knees up to tabletop and press the arms down, lift it up. Just letting the heart rate come down a little bit. Working in to some arms. As you pull your arms down, I want you to think of pulling the tops of your arms down to the carriage or to your rib cage. Okay, so don't think so much of just swiping out from your hand. Arms down to your sides, palms turn in, open to a T and close. T and close. That's it. Really closing the tops of those arms down onto your sides. Good. Close and open. Hold it here in T. Lift up towards the ceiling, down to your side, open to T. Take a tiny pause at the change of each direction, just to rotate in that shoulder socket. Yeah? All right. Keep those knees pressing together. Legs might be heavy. That ball should help a little bit. Yeah, alleviate, just kind of lean on the back. And reverse the direction of the circles. Down, lift up, open to T. Down, up, and T. That's it. Rotating, palms face down, and into the sides. Good. You guys got it. Let's go one more time. Open to T, arms down, keep them down, bend your elbows. Let's not bring the elbows to the carriage. Just keep them close into your sides, but this way they're more in line with your shoulder. Tricep press, extending and bending. For 4, really focus on the resist as you bend. Last 2, last 1. Lift your arms all the way straight up. Close your carriage, bring your feet onto your footboard. Lift your hips up, take the ball out, and put the ball down onto your floor. Arms go back into the straps here. Legs up to tabletop. We're going to come up for the 100. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders forward. Ready? Legs really strong. Reaching far away from you. Wrapping the backs of the legs together. I'm not going to talk much because I'm going to breathe this out with you. Strong arms. Keep going, you guys. Last 20. Good. Bring your knees in, arms up. Close your carriage for just a second. Lower your head, rest down. We're going to go into our rollover. Hands back in the straps, legs out to 45. Bring your arms straight down to your carriage. And roll it up and over, legs overhead, and roll it down. Reaching the arms out of the straps and away from you. Keep the shoulders pressing down and back. Arms lift up, legs to 45. If you guys liked this video and you want to see more, I invite you to come to my website at goneadventuringpilates.com and register for free. The link is in the description of this video. Join me for more adventures and let's have fun moving together.